Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing, man? Antonelli here. Answer your questions today. Today's question is, did anything ever happen to me as a professional player where I was like, okay, this is like my welcome to pro ball moment? There was a couple of different things that happened, but when I was asked the question, this is what stuck out first in my mind. It happened in spring training. It happened in my first spring training ever in 2007. So I was drafted in 2006, played that season and short season, and then got called up to low A ball. Then played instructional league in the fall, and then that next spring I went to spring training. Okay, so if you guys follow the channel, you kind of know how that all worked. But went to spring training again. I'm first year doing it. I have no idea how it works. I'm thinking I'm going to play in just minor league spring training, and end up getting into a decent amount of big league games as a 21-year-old. And like I said, I'm pretty nervous, right? So I remember we're playing against the Diamondbacks in spring training, our major league team playing against the Diamondbacks at Chase Field, I think it's called, where the Diamondbacks play. And so I travel with the team to the game, and I don't know if I'm not starting. Obviously, I'm not on the major league roster or anything. I played that season in high A ball. But we get late in the game, and probably in the sixth or seventh inning, they come up to me and say, hey, you're going to third base next inning. So I'm like, okay. So I'm going to third, and I get in the game, and we get to the last inning. We're up by a couple. I'm playing third base. Justin Upton is up at the time for the Diamondbacks, and he hits me a routine ground ball. So I come in, I make the play, I take a shuffle. For some reason, I take another shuffle, and then I just kind of flick the ball over there, and he beats it out at first. They call him safe. And I was like, wow, that guy's that's a big dude, and he's really fast. So we end up giving up a single the next at bat, and then, it gets close. I think they get second and third, and we ended up getting the last out, and we win the game. Okay, so we go in, we shower and everything, we get on the bus. And I get on the bus, I'm sitting on the bus, but I'm towards the back of the bus. And again, I have very little major league spring training experience, played in a couple games. But this was kind of the most, typically you're going to play in spring training parks. This was like a special game where we actually played at their home stadium. And so it was a different atmosphere, a lot more fans there. It felt a little bit more like a major league game. Again, at this point, I've never been in a major league game. This is first spring training. So I'm in the back of the bus, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, like right before we leave to go back to our stadium, our pitching coach walks back. He starts walking back, and I'm like sitting there. And again, I don't know the coaching staff very well at all. Like, I don't know them at all, really. This is like still somewhat early in spring training, and I'm not in big league camp. Just remember that. I'm in minor league camp, and then every now and then they'd call me up and say, hey, you're going to go play with the major league team today, okay? So I don't really know the coaching staff at all. So he comes walking down, and I see him coming, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden he gets right here, and I'm sitting like in this seat right here, and he comes and he gets down low like this, and he kind of bends over at me, and he goes, he doesn't say like hello or anything, he just goes, don't ever effing, I'm going to say effing, I can't use the F word on here, don't ever effing do that again. And he gets up and he walks away, and I was like, I didn't even say anything. I just looked at him, and he said that, and I said, and he walked away. And I said, oh. In my head, I said, oh, okay, I won't do that again. But that was the first time in as a professional player where a coach or somebody said that to me. Like, my first season, I made some stupid plays during the year, but manager never really like yelled at me or yelled at anybody or said anything. Like, he'd come in and, say we played like, crap. But that was the first time, especially being a young player and playing, like, I'm already nervous. I'm playing in a couple of major league games, even though it's only spring training. When you just get drafted, you're 21, and you get thrown in against major league players, like, at first it's a little bit intimidating and it's a little bit nerve-wracking. But then to have that happen, and then, I already feel like an idiot, and then really you feel even more, that just justifies it, that you really are an idiot when the pitching coach comes over to you. And typically you don't, like, as a hitter and as a positional player, you don't really ever interact with the pitching coaches. Like, they don't really ever coach you really at all. They don't really, most of them don't even say anything to the position players until you really get to know them if you played for them for a while. So for him to do that, he was obviously pretty pissed off at me. But again, that was the first time that I was like, okay, they're not messing around here. Like, I got to get my SHIT together. So that was the first thing, I guess, that really stands out in my mind as like a welcome to pro ball experience. Honestly, like I said, in the minor leagues that first year, nothing really stood out to make me think that, but that was the first time I legitimately got yelled at for being an idiot on the field and making a boneheaded play. So hopefully that helps answer your question. Let me know in the comment section below. If you're a player, if you ever had a manager say anything. I say that, not that I wasn't used to getting yelled at. Like, my college coach used to yell at me all the time, especially my last 2 years of college, get screamed at for everything. So I was kind of used to that, but I hadn't had it happen in professional baseball, so that was kind of the first time. So subscribe to the channel, share the video with all your friends, give it a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. Check out the description box below. We've got a bunch of stuff down there. We've got a deal going on with Plate Crate. We've got our link to our Patreon page where you can support the channel. We've got a bunch of other things we recommend, so definitely check all that out. And that's all I got, guys. Thanks again for watching. And ladies, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.